Hello and welcome to another video. I'm Laurel, and in this video we are going to talk about the law of attraction and how you can start to manifest your desires. This will be a super introductory video on the law of attraction. We will look into what the law of attraction is, what components are made, so what components go into the law of attraction, and then I will give you a couple of processes you can use to manifest or to start manifesting. So let's dive straight into it. The law of attraction is the basic rule in this universe. It's a rule like gravity, and it's always functioning. It does not play any favorites. It's working for everyone. And it says that like attracts like and dislike attracts dislike. So whatever you focus on determines your reality. If you focus on something you don't like, you get more of what you don't like. If you focus on something you like, you get more of what you like. Be careful here that only your judgment of good and bad and likes and don't like is making that distinction, because actually the law of attraction is just responding to whatever is in your vibrational field. So talking of vibrational fields, you have a specific frequency. Every object, everything has a specific frequency, and it's emanating that frequency out, which then makes it so that life events, circumstances, people are attracted to that frequency and they match. You can imagine that very easily if you see that everything is energy. You are made up of energy. Everything in you is energy, and everything else is energy. If you just take a slice of a leaf or anything else, you will see that it's energy moving, and it's made up of atoms and all that stuff. So it's never stagnant, even though some objects may appear stagnant. So they all have a specific frequency. You have a specific frequency, and that emanates out and attracts things to you, into your life. And you have the capacity to change your frequency of your body, or that you as a being emanate out. And you can do that, and you can imagine that as being a radio channel. So you are able to tune into different frequencies with your imagination, with your emotions, and then you put your whole body into a different frequency and you get another content, like a radio station. You tune into 104.9 and you get that content. This does not mean that the other frequencies do not exist. You are simply tuning into a different content, like the radio station. So this was the basic understanding we need, and we now look into the components of the law of attraction. To do that, I have this beautiful painting. I hope you can see that. So, yeah, maybe. So basically what you have here is you. This is you. And this is your mind. And in your mind you have the conscious and you have the subconscious mind. This is what we are going to focus on now, because around 95% of your mind are subconscious and 5% of your mind are conscious. So conscious part, subconscious part, 5%, 95%. The conscious part of the mind, so the 5%, are thoughts and emotions. And the 95% of the subconscious part are traumas, beliefs, habits, things you do. And you may think, right, this is bad, oh my gosh, like 95%, why? This is actually very helpful, because you don't really have to think about brushing your teeth. You can just do whatever you like. You don't have to think about moving your food. You just do it. And that's why it's super important to make that distinction. And the conscious part, as I was saying, are your thoughts and emotions. And for most people, not even thoughts are conscious, but I hope that you are watching this, you have conscious thoughts, so you are aware of your mind. And thoughts are basically just thoughts coming into your mind, going, whatever is happening, and they all come with a specific energy, or they all activate a specific energy in your being, and this then puts your body into a frequency. So there's this whole law of attraction aspect or scene that says you just have to think positive thoughts, because it's a conscious part of the law of attraction, and then you will get positive events and positive things will happen to you. If that would be true, if it's just about thoughts, I would have a lot of money. I would have dates with Justin Bieber, a lot of other rock stars. A couple of people would probably have died because I'm worrying sometimes, and I would have died in plane crash. So that's not the whole truth of the story. Like, there's more to the story than just thinking positive thoughts. So another aspect of the conscious mind are emotions. So thoughts are linked to emotions, and you are a specific, so every mood you have is actually an emotion. And emotions play a huge role in the law of attraction because they are your little compass dictating if what you think and what you do is actually in alignment with your desires. So you have this little compass inside of you that is like, if you feel good, you are in alignment with your highest desires. If you feel bad, you are out of alignment with your highest desires. And this is just your compass telling you. And you can use thoughts to bring yourself into alignment, which will be directly reflected in your emotional guidance system. And so what is then powerful and that what then attracts certain situations is thinking positive thoughts and feeling positive emotions. Both of these together create a good vibration that emanates out, and you will attract these things into your life. Again, if that would be true, I'm pretty good at focusing positively, and I'm pretty good at feeling positive emotions, but there's obviously more to the story because I still don't have a date with Justin Bieber, and I still don't have $1 million, so there's more. More is the subconscious part of the mind. And in the subconscious part, there are habits, beliefs, traumas, and many more things. But we are going to focus on the top 3, which are habits, traumas, and emotions. So starting with beliefs. Oh no, emotions. I said emotions. So in the subconscious part, I'm sorry for that. So in the subconscious part, there are habits, traumas, and beliefs. And we're looking at these 3. So we're going to start with beliefs. Beliefs are basically just thoughts you keep thinking over and over again, and they form a belief which then becomes subconscious. And that is very important because you don't really want to think consciously about how reality works. You just have beliefs that are set into place and that dictate your reality. And the problem is that most of our beliefs, we acquired them when we were very, very young by observing our caregivers, by observing our reality, or by someone telling us, this is how reality works. So they kind of put their beliefs onto us and we take them on at a very young age. And then we think, okay, this is how reality works, this is how it's structured. And this can be a problem because most of the time beliefs are unconscious and you think, okay, why am I getting this reality? Because you are believing this. So let's say you then want to try to manifest some money and you try to think positive thoughts and feel good about money. Then you have these components, but then you kind of want to manifest that money, but you have a belief that is contradicting the belief about money. You may have a belief that says money is hard to get, you have to work hard to get money, and this makes it very hard for you to manifest money. So that's why it's super important to look at your beliefs when you are applying the law of attraction. And yes, that's one aspect. I'm sorry about all the leaves. We have decoration. Okay. So the other part of the subconscious mind here are traumas. And traumas are really important to look into because when we were young, we had specific things happening to us. We had something, we may got hurt, we may have suppressed certain emotions, and this caused us to have a trauma around specific issues. Maybe we had a money trauma, a love trauma, a caregiver trauma, or anything like that. So maybe you had a trauma where someone was rejecting you because you were not behaving a certain way, so they did not give you unconditional love. And now you're here trying to manifest unconditional love, but you have the trauma of someone rejecting you. And this trauma that are most of the time suppressed emotions are still stuck in your system, and they still are part of your frequency you emanate out. So it's really important to have that as an aspect as well. And the other aspects are habits, the other aspect of the subconscious mind, because as I was telling you, you have habits of how to brush your teeth, how to walk and all that stuff. And habits can be totally in your way of receiving a manifestation. So maybe you try to focus positively and you create a lot of positive emotions about what you manifest. and you cleaned a lot of beliefs, you cleaned a lot of your trauma, but then you're stuck in your habits and you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, how will the manifestation reach you? How will you see the manifestation if you're just stuck in your old paradigm and your old way of doing things? Because what you want to do with your manifestation is actually moving into another reality. And this is only possible if you start doing things differently. You want to go into a different reality, so you have to do things differently in order to get there. That's why it's super, super important to look at your habits and how they are preventing you from getting into a different reality and in the law of attraction. So all of that conscious aspect, the subconscious aspect, creates altogether a specific, oh, maybe I can do that. That is better. Oh, wow. So that creates a specific vibration in the body that gets emanated out into the world, and which then attracts something. So all these components create your frequency. Very important to understand. It's not just thinking positive thoughts and you get everything you want. No, all of that creates your frequency, and this gets emanated out. And this then attracts the life events. So, if you want to start a manifestation practice, it's one aspect to just focus positively and just think positive thoughts and feel good emotions, but you actually have to do some other work on the subconscious aspect of your mind as well to really create that lasting frequency change that you want, because you want the frequency change that gives you the different content of that frequency. So I decided to leave the introduction for now. So this was just a quick video on how the law of attraction works, what are the components of it. And I will do further videos on every aspect, on the conscious mind, on the subconscious mind, because I think it's very benefiting if you have a clear video on visualization, a clear video on programming the subconscious mind. That's why I decided to break the video at this point, and I really hope to see you in the next videos. And yeah, have a beautiful day. Bye.